We are about to review living on a school bus on $150K a year on the Millennial Money channel.
I was at work one day and we needed somebody to voice a commercial for one of our car dealerships. And as a joke, I read it, and shockingly, everyone was like, that was kind of good.
So I can already tell this person's a lot of fun to work with. Just their energy and their presence. You'll probably find a disinterest, but yet an acute ability to write stories. Some point in middle school or high school that led them to where they're at now. The school bus is very utilitarian, so it's got a unique look, so it catches eyes, because most of these vehicles are supposed to be yellow, and we call them, oh look, the big cheese. I can also see that there's a friend that's a boy, maybe a man friend or a boyfriend, a retro geo-tracker of some sort that's also very utilitarian.
Or, you know, we're in the bus and we stop somewhere really cool and we want to go explore for a few days, and that's when I shut off my work and I let my clients know that I won't be available.
Right away, when I see a title like this, I'm already hesitant because I'm thinking, who else has a skill set that's worth six figures in America? Because in my mind, it goes back to training. You don't come out of the womb born day ready to speak on audio channels. No. It's trained. In order to make the finances work, you must bring a skill set there. One of the things that's really great about this type of lifestyle is what she just said. I get to check out for a couple of days, or I get to turn off all my clients and communication, and they'll know I'll be back in a couple of days. That's the reason people love this type of work.
My name's Alice Everdeen. I'm 31 years old. I'm a voiceover artist, and I travel full-time in my bus. Conversion with my dog and my boyfriend, and I'm currently in Lacombe, Louisiana.
Friend that's a boy. Looks like there's running power off solar, which is obviously very helpful because you don't need a hookup. You don't need to go to a KOA or a campground to get something like that started. You can just go off on your own. So I'm sure there's some sort of backup system with the bus's power and her power, and there's a way probably they've converted to make sure that both run well.
Growing up, I would always mock the radio, anything I heard. One of my favorites was the Downs Ford commercial in New Jersey. Downs Ford, you'll love the feeling. Downs Ford, you'll love the price. And if you want to buy a car or truck, they always treat you right.
Nice cut.
I would do this all day, every day.
She said, I would do this all day, every day. That means she's had a ton of practice long before that first read of the video commercial wherever she was working.
I don't know why, but somehow it ended up paying off years later.
Don't look surprised. That's 10,000 hours. Like, you can't just hop into something, be that good, not have practiced before. Boom, look at that. The degree, visual arts, journalism. I knew there would be writing skills, and now there's visual skills. Visual arts, probably some graphics or coloring. When you hear the word natural, think that's reps, that's repetition. Cable news and an ad agency. On air, producing content.
Voiceovers, I was just doing it for the advertising agency I worked at. And I probably voiced about maybe 10 of them or so for this one car dealership nearby. That was my only real experience in that realm.
Fiverr, she's got over 1,000 reviews of 5 stars. She was a member since 2020. So that means right now she's only been on it for 2 years. She's got a decent headshot in there. Easy to read, American female voiceover, broadcast quality, 4-hour delivery.
My first month on Fiverr, I made over $1,000.
Lead entry, that's a great title, and she brought the skill set to it. I'm not super surprised she made $1,000.
I would say about 3 months in, I was really considering trying to do it full-time because I started to match my full-time salary. And within, I believe, 4 or 5 months, I was able to quit my full-time job.
All right, 4 or 5 months, able to quit her full-time job. Notice a scaling up effect. So Fiverr, she started in 2020, $1,000 a month. 5 months in, she replaced her full-time income. Average worker in an ad agency in Austin, Texas. She was probably making somewhere between $45,000 and $65,000, maybe $75K with a bonus. You can kind of do the math from there and kind of decide, okay, how much was she actually making? How much did she make on Fiverr? The box is perfect. Meaning it's got voice dampening material, it's made of solid construction, it's simple, it's got an audio outlet. In 2021, that means that was probably year 2. So revenue is not profit. So while she may be bringing in $150K, last year's after business expenses made about $92,000. So she's probably got $50K in expenses, right? You got the bus upkeep, you can turn that into a business. She's got other equipment costs.
At the moment, I'm completing about 150 jobs a month. It's been about 2.5 years and I've completed, I believe, just under 3,000 jobs.
They got busy really quickly.
I mostly do commercial TV and radio spots. I also do a lot of...
All right, you see that? She stepped into the box. That way the audio is phenomenal quality.
Thanks for calling Stanfield Veterinary Services. For sales, press 1.
Sounds familiar. Got a new front end with a blacked out crew. Looks super sharp. New grill. Looks like it's got some sort of door contraption on the back side. Maybe a shower. There's some water underneath. Custom door with a little bit better locks. So I'm sure there's ways to cut everything off so you can't see inside. Got a Honda generator. Those things are extremely powerful and very quiet. So it looks like she's probably got a hookup. There was a Sky Zone shot earlier that you can tell is just like she's maybe in like a working zone. She's got some propane in the back, got some emergency gas or that's probably gas.
RVs typically have a set layout. They're also not as safe. Buses are made to keep, dozens of kids safe.
Also, maintenance records are phenomenal for buses because they carry kids. You got to be super tight on that in terms of oil changes, brakes, tires, and general maintenance. Bought the bus for $7,300 in 2020.
We took out all of the seats, we took out all of the windows. We stripped this thing down to nothing and built it from the ground level.
Here's another good pano, so you could tell they're probably next to an electrical outlet. She's pulling power without having to do it herself. The natural rhythm, that guy was in jeans and a short sleeve using a grinder. He knows what he's doing. So the boyfriends really helped out with the construction.
This is our school bus that we converted into our home. From the bumper to bumper, it's about 30 feet, but inside we have 21 feet from the dashboard all the way back. We have a phone booster that is a antenna at the side of the bus, and that boosts our signal.
The radio antenna would be phenomenal to have because when you do get in rural areas, you need something that can get you above the noise. That way you can bounce off the towers that you're closest to.
We have a full, apartment size range. It's 24 inches.
This is actually our freezer. We have a chest style Frisian freezer full of, alcohol and Ben and Jerry's.
It's the two most important things.
Personally, mine is the Tonight Dough. I know you didn't ask, but here's my 2 cents anyway.
He built the bus so that we can suck up water from a body of water that doesn't have salt in it and filter it on board into purified drinking water.
That is specialized plumbing. This guy's got to have a skill set.
Full wet room. We have a composting toilet from separate, full shower, and also we can use this as a back door.
Basically, we just want to have a really nice view when we poop.
That's not actually a joke.
Pooping with a view.
My whole life, I kind of didn't have the best relationship with money, meaning I would spend all of it on travel and then I would pay down my credit cards and I would do it over and over and over again.
She's got a Chase, Capital One, and a Discover.
When I started making more money, I really realized that I needed to have a better grip on where my money was going. Our expenses are generally limited to car insurance, gas, pet insurance.
So Alice, September 2022 spending is around 15 grand.
Subscriptions I have for my work, cell phone bills, we have Verizon and T-Mobile, and that allows us to expand our coverage as much as possible to be able to pick up signal and have internet connections in more rural areas and across the country.
I think that's super smart. Got to have 2 different plans. That way you can kind of access 2 different networks depending on where you're at.
I would say we usually spend the most money on high quality food and going out to eat because we love to try awesome new restaurants.
That's my wife's and I's main spend is we're okay spending a lot of money on food because we want healthy, perfect food for our body.
Parking the bus can be difficult at times. Or a lot of people go the Cracker Barrel and Walmart route and they just kind of stay in the parking lot. Love Cracker Barrel. They have RV parking overnight and their expectation is that you go there for a meal. And luckily, we love biscuits and gravy, so it works out for everybody.
All right, she's just got about $34,000 in debt from bus renovations. They put some money into the bus, and the bus looks good, and it's probably super duper comfortable. To make those payments, she's not actively saving money. That's that really thin margin I'm not a big fan of. I think I would have planned to wait just a pinch longer, then launch into the bus. 6 grand in student loan debt. It's currently paused. I imagine the interest rate is the worst.
In the past, I've been really stressed out over credit card debt, and I've kind of come to realize that it is what it is.
That means She's carrying a balance and paying interest. That is not somebody who's paying off all her credit card debt every single month. So her credit utilization score is in the poopa. I'm not really that impressed right now.
All I can do is pay it down and call it a day. So each month I pay down as much as I can, and whatever rolls over, rolls over. We had a couple unexpected expenses. Primarily, we broke down about $1,200. Where you break down can really play a role in how much money you spend.
Meaning you had to find a big rig within 150 miles who was not currently occupied that had to come get you.
Over the next 5 to 10 years, our goals are to obviously pay off the debt from the bus build, but we're also hoping to buy property at some point. We'd love to have a couple spots across the country where we can go and hang out for a few weeks and maybe build something, or just a spot to visit.
Just build something rolls off her tongue, knowing full well that's going to be the boyfriend, because she's a journalism, visual arts major. While she can help with a lot of things, it's not her skill set. Okay, they bought a lot in 2019. She's got some taxes.
At this point, we really don't know how long we're going to travel for, and I think that's kind of the beauty of being on the road, is you kind of go where the wind takes you.
Oh, nice. Did you see the Buc-ee's t-shirt they ended on? Overall, this is a really awesome video. She honed her skill set over a ton of time. She doubled down on it, and now she's making her own life decisions. I imagine the immense amount of control she has over life plays all into this. Is it about the finances? It plays a role, but that was not her guiding principle. I'm really impressed with this girl. Her and her boyfriend, so her boyfriend's probably making some money doing something. I don't really know what. It didn't really talk to it, but I'm sure he's got a way to travel and bring in some income. The freedom, the happiness is almost, if not more important than the money. So kudos to her. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to comment below with the next video I need to react to, and be sure to like and subscribe for more content.